Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Microsoft founder Bill Gates discuss at length the digital revolution in India. The Prime Minister also cautioned against AI misuse and deepfakes. PM said its AI-generated content should have a watermark in order to combat the issue of deepfakes. PM Modi highlighted India's strides in various sectors of India, including health, agriculture and education. Bill Gates lauded India's digital revolution and said India is not only adapting technology but is actually leading the way. Prime Minister Modi also presented Bill Gates with the Vocal for Local gift hamper in exchange for nutrition books gifted by Microsoft CEO. Both were engaged in a long conversation discussing artificial intelligence, digital infrastructure, COVID-19, G20 summit and more. BJP candidate from Mandi Lok Sabha seat, actor Kangana Ranaut, said that Congress cannot accept her nomination from Mandi and hence are resorting to cheap politics. Earlier today, she conducted a road show and told the gathering to treat her as their own sister and daughter and not as a celebrity. In yet another controversial remark by Congress party's leader, Karnataka Congress MLA Shamanur Shivshankarappa insulted women and said they should be restricted to the kitchen. The Congress MLA criticized BJP's women candidate from Davangere Lok Sabha constituency and demanded another face. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's wife Sunita Kejriwal in a video message announced a WhatsApp campaign, Kejriwal Ko Ashirwad. Kejriwal's wife urged people to send blessings and prayers to the Delhi Chief Minister. United Nations waded into row over Arvind Kejriwal's arrest. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said he hopes that everyone's rights are protected, including political and civil rights, and everyone is able to vote in an atmosphere that is free and fair. RJD Congress and left leaders held a joint press conference and announced their seat allocation for the Lok Sabha elections. RJD will contest on 26 seats, while Congress will fight on 9 seats and left will field its candidates on 5 seats. TDP announced its final list of candidates for 9 assembly seats and 4 Lok Sabha seats today. The list comes days after TDP, BJP and Janasena Party sealed a seat-sharing pact in Andhra Pradesh, which has 25 Lok Sabha seats and 175 assembly seats. The Ministry of Home Affairs sanctioned a CBI inquiry against former Delhi Minister and AAP leader Satyendra Jain under the Prevention of Corruption Act, alleging involvement in an extortion racket inside the jail. The investigation implicates Jain and former Tihar Jail DG Sandeep Goel in a high-profile case of corruption and abuse of power. NIA has arrested a suspect identified as Pasha in Rameshwaram cafe blast case, who reportedly used dark web to fund the cafe bomber. Pasha provided logistical support to the alleged mastermind of the cafe blast. The National Investigation Agency has announced 10 lakh rupees cash reward for sharing information leading to the arrest of key accused in Bengaluru's Rameshwaram cafe blast case. Mukhtar Ansari's son Umar Ansari has demanded that his father's autopsy should be done by doctors from AIIMS Delhi. He called Mukhtar Ansari's death an orchestrated murder and not a natural death. Union Minister Anurag Thakur slammed opposition parties over Mukhtar Ansari's death, saying BSP, SP and Congress should stop doing politics on incidents like this. Anurag Thakur also added that judicial inquiry will be done if they demand for it. The Income Tax Department issued a demand notice of 1,700 crore rupees to the Indian National Congress. The fresh demand notice is for the assessment years 2017-18 to 2020-21 and includes a penalty and interest. Congress to stage a nationwide protest on the income tax notice to the Congress party. The Congress's General Secretary directed all the state units to demonstrate at PCC headquarters and at District Congress Committee headquarters on the issue tomorrow. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri lashed out at Congress, saying the party has not filed income tax from past 17 years. The union minister added that rule of filing income tax return every year is for everyone and no party or party member is free from it. As Lok Sabha poll is around the corner, Rahul Gandhi said Congress will reserve 50% of government jobs for women if the party is voted to power. In an attempt to woo voters, Rahul said women will change the dynasty of the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while interacting with BJP workers in Tamil Nadu, hailed women Karyakartas for their hard work ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. PM Modi said BJP is committed to make India the third largest economy in the world and women will play a crucial role in it. During a rally in Bijnor, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership over the past 10 years. He emphasized that advancing towards a developed Uttar Pradesh would further enhance the Prime Minister's vision of a developed India. BRS MP K. Keshav Rao is all set to rejoin the Congress and has expressed excitement over his return. He said that the grand old party had earlier bestowed upon him several responsibilities and that he looks forward to take the party's vision forward. The Indy bloc has received the permission from the Election Commission and the police to organize rally at Delhi's Ram Leela Maidan against the arrest of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Top leaders said the alliance partners will participate in the rally. Over Lok Sabha ticket denial to TDP leader J.C. Prabhakar Reddy, the TDP workers vandalized Anantapuram party office. The party workers torched the furnitures kept inside the office. Former Bihar Deputy Chief Minister and RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav said that Lok Sabha election results in Bihar will be surprising. He called the RJD Congress left Mahagathbandhan as a strong alliance. 6 convicts received life imprisonment in the BSP MLA Raju Pal's murder case as a CBI special court delivered justice. The accused face 4 years imprisonment and a fine of 20,000 rupees in illegal arms possession, marking a significant development in the legal proceedings. In the wake to strengthen bilateral cooperation between India and Ukraine, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held a meeting with Foreign Minister of Ukraine at the Hyderabad House in the national capital. Both the leaders discussed on the ongoing conflict and its wider ramifications. The Armed Forces Special Powers Act has been extended for an additional 6 months in 4 districts of Assam, namely Tinsukia, Dibrugarh, Charaidio and Shivasagar, starting from April 1st. BJP lodged a complaint with the State Election Commission against Chief Minister Siddaramaia's son. The complaint was filed against Yatindra Siddaramaiah over his derogatory remarks against Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Western Command of Indian Army conducted an exercise to validate integrated anti-aircraft weapon systems. The exercise by the Airavat Gagan Rakshaks aims to destroy aerial targets including swarm drones in preparation for future warfare. An avalanche in the vicinity of Hung Sonammarg, Jammu and Kashmir has resulted in the stranding of several tourists, prompting immediate rescue operations. The avalanche struck near the Hung locality and it covered many vehicles with snow. The STRF was also present at the spot. Former US President Barack Obama, Bill Clinton and some prominent personalities from the entertainment world teamed up to help US President Joe Biden raise record $26 million for his re-election campaign. Obama praised Biden's willingness to look for common ground and said Biden is the kind of president he wants. New York City officials announced a pilot program to deploy portable gun scanners in the subway system. The New York police are taking efforts to deter violence in the underground transport network in a bid to make the people feel safer. The Israeli military said it is continuing the precise operational activity in the area around the Shifa hospital. IDF claims to have eliminated terrorists and located weapons and terror infrastructure in the area. US General says the Biden administration has not given Israel all of the weapons it has requested for. US officials have been under pressure to use the ongoing delivery of weapons as a leverage to get Israel to increase the humanitarian aid in Gaza. Japan's chief cabinet secretary spoke out against Russia's veto at the United Nations. Russia's veto ended monitoring of UN sanctions against North Korea over its nuclear program. South Africa's former president has been barred from contesting the upcoming elections in May. The country's electoral commission has not provided a reason for the decision. The investigators are aboard the collapsed ship for the investigation. Independent federal agency tries to determine the cause of the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. French President Emmanuel Macron and Brazilian President signed more than 20 agreements relating to the area of science, technology and innovation. The aim of the agreements, according to Brazil's government, is to strengthen the scientific cooperation in the area of biodiversity. China's foreign ministry urged the US to cease what it called illegal unilateral sanctions. This comes after US reportedly lobbied its allies to stop providing key chip-making tools to some Chinese companies. A volcano in southwestern Iceland erupted several times against the backdrop of the northern lights. The eruption site is a few kilometers northeast of the Grindavik in a coastal town with 3,800 people. Russian President Vladimir Putin held a meeting with permanent members of the Security Council to discuss partnership with other countries. Putin stressed that building relations with its closest partners is of greatest importance for Moscow. The Russian city of Belgorod came under attack again from Ukrainian forces. According to local governor, there were no casualties reported in the attack. Thousands of Palestinian worshippers crossed from the West Bank to Jerusalem, to pray at the revered Al-Aqsa Mosque compound on the third Friday of Ramadan. The mosque has been put under tight security and entrance has been restricted to the state. The UK government stated that the Oscar-winning director of Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan, and his wife and producer Emma Thomas will receive a knighthood and damehood for their services to the film industry. The Who's Stormy is back on Broadway just 30 years after the musical adaptation of the band's 1969 rock opera premiered on stage in New York. Dee Murray scored a career-high 44 points, including a go-ahead jumper in the final second of overtime. The basketball team Atlanta Hawks gained victory over the Boston Celtics. During the tennis Miami Open quarterfinals, Grigor Dimitrov of Bulgaria, playing one of the best matches of his career, knocked out Alcaraz in straight sets. Now, Alcaraz was riding a 9-match win streak and coming off a title at Indian Wells. Thailand's golfer Pajare Annanarkugan took a one-shot lead after the first round of LPGA 4 Championship in Gilbert, Arizona. World number 1 Nelly Korda is 3 shots back at 6 under as she tries to become the first LPGA Tour player. Basketball player Masataka Yoshida bagged his first double of the new season, helping his Boston Red Sox beat Seattle Mariners. Now, the Japanese had 33 doubles last season. The Texas Rangers unfurled a World Series championship banner for the first time in the franchise's history. Banner was unveiled ahead of the Rangers' opening day matchup against the Chicago Cubs at Globe Life Field.